We're the non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make $1, won't sell a thing.
I gotta go.
Zero holders are anthem we sing. Zero holders are anthem we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. The non-fungible idiots who live in the dream. We're all on the zero, it's our way to be. In the world of NFTs, we're wild and free.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck? Henry, what? It feels really good to be back. First off, let me just get that out of the way. Feels good to be back. What's up, boys? Henry, what you doing there, buddy? What you doing? What's up, Joe? Good to see you, man.
Hey, how are you, man?
Great. What's that hat? What are you rocking?
Hey, man. How are you, man? Oh, sorry.
This guy.
No. Henry, just jump in whenever you want. Even if we're in the middle of a sentence, just jump right in, right in the middle. Just do it. No one cares.
All right, then. All right.
How's my sound? I got a whole thing to talk about here. How's my sound?
Oh, it's fine. I think sounds fine. Fine. It's fine. Anyway, so yes, good to be back. Good to see you guys. Welcome. We still don't have a name for this fucking thing. It's crazy.
I don't know why we can't just be the non-fungible idiots.
We can. Yeah. No, we can. Officially, it's back to non-fungible idiots. Well, no, it never was that. It's not back to it. It never was. But
it just seems so easy.
Yeah.
We're all about easy. We're all about low effort and easy.
I love it. All right. Officially, we're good. Non-fungible idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody put their hands in here.
Yeah. There we go.
Put your hand in. On 3, non-fungible idiots. 1, 2, 3, non-fungible idiots.
Non-fungible idiots. There we go.
Oh,
there we go.
Shocking. Henry doesn't join in.
No, he did it. Just a little delayed, slow. Dude, we got a lot to catch up on. Like I think we should even hit on some old stuff that happened end of last week. Big
Diddy?
stuff. Diddy, yeah, definitely. Token 2049, which I think we touched a little bit last week, but Breakpoint, a whole bunch of like kind of like SEC crypto Bitcoin stuff. There's a lot. There's a lot going on, and then like NFTs markets. Garbage, like it's cooking. Yeah, it's cooking in a way. It is. It's garbage, but like there's some big sales. I think it looks good. I think it looks
at like Node Monks and Puppets, and they've been doing really good. I mean,
Bitcoin's cooking.
How are the witches doing?
Mid. Actually, Henry, it's a good point about Bitcoin. The ordinals. Okay, ETH. What do you got there? Oh, your derivative collection. No, it looks good. But okay. ETH has been the top blockchain for NFT sales for probably 3 or 4 months, which is crazy because beginning of the year, ETH was never on top. It was always Bitcoin or Solana. And it was such a big story in the space. Like ETH is cooked, but dethroned now for the first time in months, Bitcoin at the top. It's Node Monks cooking. It's Puppets, I think, cooking a bit. It's OMB cooking.
It's almost like you can't trust the fucking powers that be sometimes.
You can't trust nobody here. Look at that.
I mean, Node Monks were down to like, I picked one up around like 0.109 or something like that.
Humble brag.
So
nice.
Well, we called it. No, it was a given. Puppets were down 0.06. So it's I mean, it's a slow grind, but like if you've got some conviction in something, I mean, I still like. I originally thought I'd probably exit around 0.2, but nah.
It's a nice $5,000 in profit, like right around $5-6 grand, and they probably got a lot of. I mean, you guys know my predictions. A lot of room. A lot of room.
Yeah, I feel like 0.3 sounds nicer, and then at 0.3, I'll think 0.4 is nicer. So
exactly how it
I'm
works.
gonna round trip this shit, dude. It's what I do.
Yep.
How'd that coin go that you guys bought on the last show that we had? Remember, Henry? You were
Up.
like,
Yeah.
is it?
I
Oh,
banged in
dude.
7 Sol. I think it's like 10.5 or so.
Oh
no
man.
shit.
Moodeng is gonna be like, I'm telling you, dude, Moodeng's gonna be the next major, like fucking massive. It is.
Do your own research. Don't trust them.
Don't. We bought some tokens over the weekend and stuff that we got into some like real low market cap stuff. I think one token was like a $60,000 market cap and went up to 350 or 400K. And then another that I can't even remember. I think it was like 400K and went up to 800 or 900. Anyway, some super degen in this weekend. Moodeng is different. Like Twitter tweeted it out. It's like a really, really like mainstream viral meme. Token, after X tweeted it today, went up to like, I think a $55 million market cap. So yeah, it's like 2X from where you got it, Henry. You got it at like 22, I thought.
Moodeng, yeah. My first buy was at 22 or 25, and then my second buy was at like 35 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm holding to like 200 million.
I think that's gonna be easy. I'm like not. I like this one. This one's legitimately very, very different.
That's a sexy chart.
Yeah.
This one's different, dude. Total different.
Well, predictions. What do you guys think?
0.
Okay.
Eventually, eventually that. I think it could run to 9 figures easy.
Easy.
No, I do. What's it at right now? 50 million? 40 something million?
9 figures is pretty big, right?
100 million market cap?
Oh, yeah. I was being retarded for a second. I was thinking we're talking like 100 billion. I'm like, huh.
No. Yeah, I feel like that's realistic.
Yeah.
And dude, you know what I realized the other day with Solana is like, I literally treat Solana. I treat Solana like a Bitcoin. I think of everything on. I don't know what it is. I think because the token price is so low, everything just feels like whatever. Like 5 Sol, 7 Sol, 10 Sol. Like I'm not saying it's chump change, but it feels like shit I don't care about. So whatever. Like write it to Valhalla or write it to 0. Whatever.
Well, I mean, obviously, I haven't invested in any of this, and I'm very jealous of both you guys. But like you said, what Twitter? We're talking Moodeng. They're not tweeting about the coin; they're just tweeting about the actual hippo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yep.
But I mean, like, how much more positive momentum does it have if all these big entities have already, tweeted about it? Like, is there a bigger Binance listing it or something like that?
I would bet that's the next catalyst, and that's the thing that can like really, really send it. If that's timed where it hits like a super hot market, Bitcoin all-time highs, and then you get this hot new meme coin that everybody knows and loves, like it's got that potential. It's got like Whiff or Pepe potential. I think it does. Moodeng does. I don't have any, by the way. I'm completely out.
You got a Moodeng.
Yeah, I sold at, I can't even remember,
37,
25 or 30 or somewhere there. It was a 4 or 5X, but I'm completely out. Yeah, I just want to lock in whatever. I'll be back in like kind of money where my mouth is. I think this is be much higher.
Wait for the next Moodeng.
Yeah, fair enough. But I feel pretty strongly about where this is going.
Yeah. Well, you also feel strongly that NFTs are back, so that's been happening for
NFTs are way back.
You've been saying that for 2 years.
They're way back. They're way back. I stand by when I said it when the egg collection happened back.
Well, if I can sell my entire OpenSea wallet NFTs for less than 0.2 ETH, I don't think we're back yet.
Well, okay, back doesn't mean we're at the top of the cycle. Back just means
there's money to be made out there. There really is. If you put the time into it, there's money to be made. It's just like you got to put the time into it. I mean,
you're right.
Go back to that chart. I mean, look at all the green there, and we're talking like double-digit green.
Right, that's in 24 hours. Yep.
Witches are the only ones that are down.
Yeah,
there's also some double-digit red in there. They had a. We'll get into witches, I assume.
Yeah, we should, because I think some people like I got 2. I'm still holding them, which is stupid, but
I'm out. Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, I should have sold.
You know what? I went in the Discord. Let's detour there for a second, right? I went in the Discord, felt really bad because, like, yes, they messed some things up. I think it's
time out before you jump in. When was the mint? When did that happen? Because they delayed it, didn't they?
Friday, right? Or was it third? Yeah, it was Friday that they minted around 11 a.m. By the way, minting on a Friday, bad idea. Okay, so there are some things about what the team did. I'm not dogging them. There's just you get different experiences in Web3 the more experiences you have. I think minting on a Friday, bad idea. Minting on a Friday and then being relatively unavailable as a team, relatively.
Yeah, I hear that.
Not great. And it's tough because, like, when you're getting a significant amount of FUD, like, it sucks to be, by the way, like, mint was 0.0015 Bitcoin and it ran right out of the gate to a 10x. So from the team's perspective, and, like, kudos to them, it maintained over floor price. It still is. It's a 3x over floor price, 3 and 3.5x. But, like, you just have people. I'm in that Discord. It felt like decentralized part due. Like, these are the fucking weirdest people on earth that sit in here because they made a decision to buy something on the secondary. And they're in here just shitting on the team and talking about, what's the utility? Like, people are in there asking for utility. Like, what's the utility? I bought this. What utility does it have? It's like, you bought that and you didn't even know what the fuck you were buying. It has no utility.
Please the Bitcoin and, like, collectors. You can't.
And the thing is, like, I don't think they launched this thinking, could be wrong, I don't think they thought they were changing the world with it. I think it was just like a fun project, caught a lot of hype. And, like, what are you going to do? Like, what are you supposed to do?
You know what kind of bothers me? I don't know much about the Discord, but the fact that you said that, like, right before the weekend when the team's not going to be available. It's not as if they have day jobs, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's, and I'm not saying that you're doing that. I'm saying, like, let's not kid ourselves by thinking that this team isn't a bunch of fucking degen computers sitting in front of, like, they're sitting in front of the computers watching all of that and making the excuse that they're not around. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's not what I was saying, though.
No. My point is that, like, in general, the weekend is for, like, people like, oh, I'm going to be on the weekend and I'm not going to work on the weekend. But, like, people that launch, meme coins and NFT projects aren't necessarily the guys that need to take off on weekends, right? I mean, usually they're sitting the exact same place doing the exact same thing Monday through Monday, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
it just seems
they were pretty quiet. Launching on a Friday is bad because you're not capturing the audience for days on end because it's everybody else that's off for the weekend.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Twitter engagement goes way down on the weekend. Buyers and sellers typically go way down on the weekend. So it's just not a great time to mint something on a Friday, but if you're going to, fine. I think they could have been a little bit more available with when I say their announcements, they did mess up some things. People who had bought their rune that were supposed to be guaranteed to mint, they had some issues with it. I think they were a little slow to kind of own that and try to fix it. But, like, still, it's 3.5x mint. But the reality is, like, reveal is today at some point, probably in the next, I don't know, 4 to 6 hours, I would imagine.
I think it's going to get delayed.
Hasn't revealed yet?
Maybe it'll get delayed. The reveal is today. It's supposed to be.
Yoda, not to beat a dead horse here, though, because you did make a good point where it's like, but most of the people that buy on the weekends are like, are they actually the type of people that are, like, not just sitting in front of, like, if I mint something and I'm a degen, I'm waiting for me to make as much money as possible when I try to sell it. Like, if it has to happen on the weekend, it has to happen on the weekend. You know what I mean? Like, the whole thing kind of, it's true. Weekend, it's bad time. I get it. I'm just saying that, like, I don't know why I'm nitpicking on this. It just bothers me because I feel like, we're all,
No, you're right. But some people just have engagements, they have things with their family,
Yes.
they've got places to be, or it's the time that they're going to clock out. So if you're talking, the goal is maximum exposure, maximum marketing opportunities, like a Friday mint is typically not the time to mint something. That's all. It doesn't mean
add on the FUD.
Taproot Witches customer service line. I'm so sorry. We are away from the desk right now.
It's kind of what it felt like.
It's kind of
nobody there to address the FUD. The FUD of like people who bought a rune. I don't know. I'm making up this number. Or maybe it's right. But if you had like 25,000 of some rune, you were supposed to get a whitelist. People bought the rune. They didn't get the whitelist. So they had nobody to address that shit other than they would just every so often maybe a mod would come say like, I know as much as you guys, or I don't know. Like it just wasn't great. That said, it's just another derivative collection. Like, so what? They're just not maximizing shit to make this pop the way it could have. And they probably lost that chance. I have a couple. The only reason I'm not selling yet, I would assume comms ramp up when they get ready. Well, but I assume comms ramp up when they do announce when it's happening, when the actual reveal is, because they are going to announce how they're going to fix that whitelist issue too. So at the very least, comms coming. Could they shit the bed? They did announce how
they were going to do it. They said open a Discord support ticket and they will try to make it right through their own treasury.
Yeah.
So in the end, I think the wind is out. Like I wanted to hold longer, ran to 0.012, came back down rather quickly to 0.006 because there was legit FUD, came back up to 0.008, went back down to 0.005, been fluttering in that range. And to me, I was just like, you know what? I know how this plays out. Post reveal, it's going to dump. I'm not going to reveal a rare. And, I know how it's going to play. It's more than likely not going to run back up to 0.01. More than likely, anything's possible, but usually like the hour or 2 hours where it hit that all-time high and it didn't keep going. Usually, it's got to keep going a little bit longer to be able to sustain that. And there's just not enough buyers, and there's a lot of people sitting on the side waiting for like a little bit of hopium to dump. So
yes,
a lot. I don't think there's many like real collectors, like real Taproot.
Yeah, they're not like
fans in here, right? Like, can't wait to see what I reveal.
Yeah, look at this one's got a magic wand that's pink. You know what I mean? Like,
we actually did that. We actually, Joe, we actually this weekend, I think, or maybe we did that over. Dude, it was the thumbnail. We were looking, we're like, oh my God, they're actually different. Some of them have a dark orange, some of them have a yellow wand, and then we realized when we clicked in, they're actually animated. So it just like captured that still at different points in the animation.
Yeah.
So for a while we tried, we wanted to spread some misinformation, tell people there was rarity in the thumbnails, just to help our bags a little bit.
Oh, you fuckers.
It didn't work. All right, guys, smash the like. What else should they be doing with that? Smashing the like. Just smash. That's fine.
Like and subscribe.
Do that. Like and subscribe. Maybe drop some comments in that shit. Whatever.
Nothing matters. It doesn't matter.
A little bit. Just it does a little. But whatever.
We don't.
Let's
care.
get to some stuff. Get to some stuff.
Yeah, let's do this.
There's a little about kook today. There was a little shit talking about kook out there. I liked it. I like it. I like kook. I like people shit talking kook. October's coming, man. October is almost here. In fact,
Did you say October?
October.
Yeah,
man. The annual October. It's coming. Some people saying it's already started. For ETH, it has. ETH looking pretty nice here.
Ooh, nice. ETH does look nice.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Almost hitting 27. Give it to me.
Dude, can you imagine
take that.
Imagine when it's back over 3K.
3. Yeah, it'll feel good.
It's going to, people are going to be excited about that. Solana dumping after breakpoint. Not crazy. It got to what, like 151? It's all fine.
Take that.
Pretty, dude, it's feeling exciting. So here is a point or like an observation. Okay, sales. Like it's shitty. We're last week here, 4th worst week for NFT sales since like May 2021. Like really, really awful week of sales. That said, like nobody's concerned. It's this time last year, sales were just about as bad, right? It's the last time we were lower, and it was such a different headspace. It was shitty. I mean, I thought we weren't back for like potentially years. Now we've got very similar sales, and everybody's just excited. So the headspace is different. Nobody really cares about sales right now. In fact, I think we're just cheering on it whenever there are big sales, whenever anybody is winning. So feels definitely different. It's pretty exciting out there. Couple big things Friday, Saturday. We'll just rattle some of these off. This is actually a Today story. All right, we had news last week that people are making these public call-outs. Coinbase not settling their ETF trades or whatever, like same day, and questioning if they really had those reserves. And Brian Armstrong came out and said, no, we do have it. And they settle just in around 24 hours. It's usually a little longer. He's like, we've been audited. We're not going to reveal addresses, for privacy, but he's like, we're audited by such and such. That should be good enough. Anyway, BlackRock today amending its spot Bitcoin ETF custody agreement. They want to be able to withdraw to public addresses within 12 hours. So they're buying into that narrative a little bit, I think. Maybe it's unrelated. Maybe it's totally unrelated, but they're like,
what is it?
No.
What does that mean?
They want to be able to withdraw, like if they make trades, for them to be settled on the Coinbase side, they want to see that reflected within 12 hours. Not this arbitrary 24-ish hours. They want it quicker because they are maybe, the way I read into it, they're maybe worried that Coinbase maybe doesn't have the money on hand like they should. Maybe. That's my read on it. So,
but they're saying that they're doing it anyway, but now it's just public? Is that what it is?
Nothing's more public now. Coinbase is saying they're everything was kosher. Like every trade, there's 1-to-1. The trades are happening. They just settle every 24-ish hours.
Do you believe anything that anybody says anymore? I mean,
no, that's why we want it on chain so we can actually trust it.
Yeah, no shit.
Did he settle? I wonder if that's a story that comes back around and is like a bigger deal. For now, I don't know. BNY Mellon approved to self-custody crypto. So that's a big-ish development. This was this FIT? I get them mixed up. There's SAB 121 or 21, and then there's FIT, whatever's the other number, 121 or 21. Yeah, I got them mixed up. Either way, related to all that.
Can you help me out with what BNY Mellon is?
A bank. Bank. Self-custody crypto. That was a thing. Like I think I can't remember if Biden had vetoed something allowing. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just remember these stories.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what that was. It was all, I think it required them to self-custody, didn't it?
It was, so first off, I think it was that they can't. And then there was some kind of update that it was going to try to provide framework to do it. I feel like that was the last update. I remember Tyler writing a thread saying why it's actually bullish. But it was more like nobody was approved to do it. It was more like just there would be guidelines set for self-custodying. But we didn't see anything come of it till just now. So that's the first, I think, big bank that can self-custody.
Take that.
So, yeah.
Well, hey, Bitcoin's held above 59 for multiple days, right? This is good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. We like
Show's over. Let's go.
Thought I told you that we won't stop.
Here we go. SEC approves options for BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF. This is all like Friday news for the most part. So a lot of pretty bullish stuff. We'll take it. And Kamala, this is a yesterday story, last evening, but making her comment about crypto. Like I think it's really her first public kind of statement. We will partner together to invest in America's competitiveness, to invest in America's future. We will encourage innovative technologies like AI and digital assets while protecting our consumers and investors. So it's just saying nothing, but also it's at least something. But also, like, I think we all disagree on what is protecting consumers and investors look like. I think we got different definitions of that.
What'd you say, Henry? I'm sorry, I missed that.
I just said she's good at that.
Oh, gotcha. Cool. Nice.
Just talking about like.
No, I think we got it. I think we understood what you're.
I'll just go a little further. There was like a soundbite I heard about.
Cool soundbite.
Comparison of Trump. Somebody directly asked him how he was going to lower grocery costs. Yeah. And he answered through like, it starts with energy. And he went into like a little bit of a, he just went in and he talked about how like it starts with energy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The same question was kind of asked of Kamala. Like, it was
yeah.
And dude, maybe we'll just play it later.
Yeah, because I think we don't even need to play it later because what you said was right on the money, I thought. Because you were like, Trump was like nailed it. He was like energy.
No, he gave an answer though.
Yeah, he was like energy. He said the
whether
word
you
energy.
agree with his answer or not is a different story.
I thought the answer was energy. Didn't you just say energy?
Yeah, but if you hear it, what he talks about, energy costs get passed down. So by lowering energy costs 50% in the first year, that's going to have like a significant difference on all of the cost of goods.
Got it.
Kamala was asked a similar kind of question.
Yeah, what did she say? Not energy?
Imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been.
Dude, it was the most incoherent statement. Worse than me. It was just like,
oh man,
sound bite words that she just strings together. And
I don't
you're
know
like,
how it could be more incoherent than you, because you literally said one word and then was like, So it's like, I mean, it's
man,
not.
You just don't listen. But hey,
I'm sorry.
fine.
Go ahead.
Joe's feisty today.
I'll give you 10 minutes. Go.
I don't need 10. I was just explaining how Trump gave a coherent statement and she gave an incoherent statement.
Hold on, Henry. You can't say something dumb and then not have me respond to the dumbness.
What was dumb about what I said?
You said
you haven't even heard it, so you can't even fact check me.
You said Trump gave a coherent statement by saying, like, how do you lower the cost of groceries? And you go, and Trump was he said energy, and then what he said was it all works from there. And then Kamala said,
it's not exactly what I said. What I said was
Kamala said something completely incoherent. That's what it was. I mean, that's insane.
What? What he said was that he would lower the cost of energy 50%, like within the first year. How he does that, I'm not sure. But that all of those costs, starting with energy, get passed on to consumers. And obviously, there's probably a lot more to supply chain and how much groceries cost than just that. But he at least gave an answer.
Mm-hmm.
Her answers were just like, I'm going to find the clip and then you can decide. I'll just find it and then you can see if you.
I think you nailed that. And I think we don't need clips. I mean, whatever.
You're afraid of the clip. You don't want to see the clip because
I don't give a fuck. I don't really.
Well, then listen to it and then just.
Of course.
Yeah.
Send it. Yo, by the way, me and Henry don't hate each other. I mean, in moments we hate each other. But like, we don't hate each other. It's fun to like needle his fucking ass, but yeah.
I get it. Behind the scenes, there's a lot.
By the way, but did you also hear Kamala talk about? She got a very poignant question about abortion, and she was like, "Well, how do you expect to change the momentum of morality with how it's going right now with abortion?" And she said education, right? And what that meant was that education would start to do that. And then it would all work itself out. And then Trump got asked the same question, said something so stupid. Anyway, go on.
Well, he probably doesn't have a great. Yeah, I don't think his talking points on abortion are winning anybody over.
That was completely made up, by the way. It was basically what you said and just doing the opposite of it. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but what I said just like literally fucking happened, bro.
You can Henry, just nod your head and agree with him. It's all the same.
But what I said happened. What Joe just said he made up.
Just get the clips, dude.
Let's move on. I mean, this is good. You can find the clip. Let's get into Monkey Boy. Let's get into Monkey Boy.
Okay.
I'm excited about this.
Oh no.
Yeah, Monkey Boy.
Who's Monkey Boy?
It's ThreadGuy's Monkey Boy.
Okay, thank you.
If you guys don't, do you know? Oh, I don't know how to. Wei Wu. Do you know Wei Wu?
I think that sounds good. No.
Is he with Mika? No.
Well, he invited her to the Trump thing this weekend. I guess this is very on topic. The gala dinner was yesterday. ThreadGuy, of course, went. He invited Mika. Wei Wu's fucking hilarious. Just needles at him and Ansem and is awful. I don't even think this is a Chinese person. I think it's somebody LARPing and being like super fucking awful, and it's really funny.
So hold on, just to clarify, this isn't Wei Wu in the pictures.
No. Here we have ThreadGuy and we have Mika. Yep. And they're fucking smart. Like they just know how to work people. Mika, I think this was on Instagram, posted a picture without ThreadGuy, and then he posts this, and it gets people saying, "Oh, look, she doesn't even want to be, like you in her picture." And they're just really smart with social media. They are. ThreadGuy's fucking great at it. She is too. I'll read off the tweet. I'm just skimming to make sure there's nothing like super bad in here because every so often, dear Monkey Boy, not ThreadGuy, I think you look like Monkey, but you good person. I feel wrong saying reading this. Is it fine?
Yeah. You're just reading it.
I give you wisdom. This woman, Mika, no good for you. Why? You post picture of you two together. When she posts, she only shows self. I'm woman. I tell you what this mean in woman language. She not like you. She no good. Go find another monkey woman. Better mate for you. I love this. If not, she just break your monkey heart, give you depression. Please appreciate my wisdom. It's beautiful. Poetry, like, yeah, it speaks for itself. Beautiful, wise words. Anyway, ThreadGuy invited Wee Woo to be his.
I love how Asian people type the same way that they would speak the English translation. Don't you think? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's dude. I wonder if that's ThreadGuy on an alt account.
Oh, I found it, Joe. I found
Henry,
it.
can you mute while you're like fucking on the show?
What's
We'll
he
have to
doing? Like
save it
listening
for-
to the clip?
We'll have to. I just wanted to make sure it had both of them on there.
Yeah,
I'm sending it in Discord.
Send it to Hudah.
It's a minute 58. We're gonna
play
have to just carve out the time somehow.
We'll do it. We'll fucking do it.
All right,
Let's
I just
do it.
sent it.
Can you guys rate my thumbnail for today?
Oh, I didn't even see it.
It's not amazing, but I like it.
Oh, by the way, yeah. Thank you for pulling it up. My computer broke again.
Oh, explain. There we go. There it
I
is.
don't fucking know. It just it breaks on itself.
Same one that you just had repaired?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
Damn,
thing too.
dude.
By the way,
You
same
got to
thing.
get a new computer.
I know.
Maybe they just blocked those child porn sites from your computer.
That could be.
They're doing you a favor, dude.
I don't know what you're talking about anymore, bro.
It's fine.
I know.
Joe, the Bears, bro. The Bears.
Jed, where was this, by the way? Jed walked in front of Mika when they were recording without realizing it. She gave him the stank eye. You don't fuck
You
with
know,
the person's recording.
Yeah, I met
You
Mika.
met her.
Oh,
Yep.
who? Dead? You walked in front of her while she was that's he saying he did that?
Yep.
Oh, that's amazing.
Dead. She was at remember the go-kart racing in Nashville? She was out there. You know, I've met her. We know each other through some mutual friends. She didn't say hi, nothing. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I was surprised that she followed me on Twitter, to be honest with you. But
Damn.
yeah, who knows what she's like in real life.
She's probably cool.
I hope so. I mean, if someone gets mad at Dead for walking in front of a camera, that's kind of shitty.
Anybody
Yeah.
getting mad at Dead for anything is shitty.
Agreed.
He's
Beat their
a
ass.
guy that you cannot piss off.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially at go-kart racing, bro. That place was like a zoo with people. I mean, come on.
Yep. She was
All
in the
right.
zone. She's working. The video's her work. She's just in the zone, a little frustrated. You know, got to meet a deadline to get that
Be in
video
the
out.
zone
Dead,
somewhere where there aren't
Dead.
other people.
Dead, they're justifying her actions.
No. I stick up for
I'm
Dead.
with
You know what? With Dead, it's home team. Even if he's in the wrong, you still stick up for your guy. You stick up for home team. So even if he was wrong, she was right. I go to war for Dead.
By the way, ThreadGuy's hair is fucking creepy as shit.
Dude, okay. When did the platinum hair thing start? Because I said to my wife 8 months ago, it was much earlier this year, and I said, okay, after the poofy hair thing was happening, and then people started shaving their heads, I'm like, the next trend is the shaved heads with the platinum hair, like bringing us back to like 311 days, like that style. I'm like, that's the next trend. It's here. It literally is here, and I think it's been here a little bit, but
dude,
the
that
trend.
haircut that ThreadGuy has is so popular that in Buffalo, New York, I think I'm seeing ThreadGuy everywhere.
really?
Like everywhere I go, I see that haircut.
The blonde
on
mullet?
yeah, dude. Yes.
Wow. I don't leave, so I
Spiky,
guess
like-
that makes sense, but I've never
Yeah.
seen it.
No, I
Yeah.
see it all the time.
Oh my god, damn it! What?
Okay.
Maybe
dude.
not as mullety, but
It's
like
amazing.
Oh my god, damn!
Let's hear these, and then we'll play your clip, Henry. But the ThreadGuy bumped into Trump at the Gala. He had paid that $25,000 for that private kind of gathering. On Polymarket was a bet: will ThreadGuy interview Trump? Does this count as an interview? I'm curious your thoughts because it was resolved one way or another after this. So check this out. Let me check. We're probably going to get echo here, so just a
this
heads
is
up.
not an interview, no matter what. It's only 15 seconds long.
It's a
Okay.
question.
Let's check.
Are there going to be any future Trump card drops? Are there going to be any more Trump cards? You don't know? I'm one of the top holders. I love them.
Great, strong interaction. I like it. I'm a fan.
Handshake interaction.
I pointed out something I think that people overlooked a little bit.
Oh.
A little bit.
Tell me, what is it?
he didn't pull him in. He didn't do that dominating handshake. He didn't.
Well,
Would you
he's
want
got
ThreadGuy-
Secret Service in between them.
he
Yeah, would you want-
respected it. He
you
respected
want
the man and the
ThreadGuy to-
mullet and the NFTs.
Would you want
There was a
ThreadGuy to
respect
fall-
Well,
Okay.
how's he going to pull him in? There's a Secret Service guy right in between them.
Look, if he wanted to like dominate him, he would have done it. He would have pulled
He only
him.
dominates people that he knows he needs to dominate. He knows
So
he
he
doesn't
saw
need to dominate
ThreadGuy as an
ThreadGuy
ally. He didn't need to dominate him
or a beta.
or a beta.
I don't know. I don't know if he shakes hands and always does it, like always pulls somebody in
And you
into
said
them.
does.
Does his
He does. He doesn't. He doesn't. It's just like but he either does the pull in or he does the hand pat.
Oh, does
He'll
he?
do the hand pat. It's one of the two, or he'll grab the shoulder. But there was nothing. And he was even palmed down, which is a sign of like I think you want to be palm. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I think we're
this is
reading a
stupid.
little too much into this.
I like ThreadGuy. I do.
No.
Okay, so that resolved a yes. That
Did
was
you
the
guys-
interview.
Did you notice whatever the fuck was on his neck? What the fuck?
Yes,
was-
dude. That's fucking incredible. It's like this metal eagle on his neck. It's great.
God damn
Is
it!
it like
don't
a
like that?
bolo or something?
Yeah, something like that. You don't like that?
Did you?
If
Are you
he's got a
asking?
bolo, I respect that.
It's kind of a bolo. Let me.
Let's see it.
Okay. It's real. Did that picture really show it? Hang on. Give me a second. I'm gonna find this.
While you're looking, no, I don't like it. Just to answer that question.
Damn.
A fucking bolo. I don't give a fuck if it's a bolo or not. It's fucking shit.
It's badass.
Oh my god.
Badass. What would you have worn to meet Trump?
A fucking t-shirt and pants, maybe. I don't know.
A suit. A
No.
suit.
Suit.
Can't
Okay,
do
here
it.
we go. Here's a good shot. Look at that.
Oh, that's not a bolo.
No, I've never seen whatever that is, and it's amazing. That's a statement. That's a statement piece. And it looks like he's wearing an engagement ring too. He's really got to look.
It's so fucking
really
sad. He's gonna regret all these fashion choices in about 10 years, man.
Yeah, but you should. If you're living life to its fullest,
Maybe
you
that's a
should,
good,
you should regret a lot of things you
maybe
do.
maybe you're right. I don't know. Maybe you're right.
It's a good looking whatever that is. And again, the diamond engagement ring, I just caught that. It's something too.
Well, that's on his pinky, dude.
No, it's not. Pointer,
There's
middle.
pointer,
you're right.
middle. Yeah, it's on his pinky, bro.
Yeah. Okay, fair. But that thing's badass. I really
Those
do
are-
like it.
Those are not working hands, but they're clean.
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
I like it.
I think, okay, do you think, we'll move on from, well, I want to play his other clip. Do you think he represents this space decently enough? Like, he
Come on,
can
can I-
speak.
You guys said you liked it. I just want to adequately say how much I don't like it. Just want to put that out there. I'm sorry. I just need to make that fucking crystal clear. It's just a casualness, like that you're liking it. I cannot be casual on just how fucking annoyed and how much I hate that fucking thing. Go ahead. Sorry about that. I'm sorry.
It's fair. Do you think he is a good, like, ambassador for our space? Like, not at all.
No.
Okay.
He probably is. He probably represents a fair amount of people in this space. You know, that are, and he's probably a tamed version of a lot of the people in this space, because he's like the trendy millennial or whatever, Gen Z, but you know, like maybe slightly annoying, but also understands the space and probably doesn't FUD too hard, you know. So he probably does represent a majority of the space.
I would
in
say that
some
if
weird
there was
way.
like if there was a council, right? Like if there was like an NFT Web3 crypto council, he would probably make it into the council, but there
It'd be
has
like
to be,
Anakin.
well, there would have to be Zach. There'd be like Zach XBT, you know, like there'd be like these actual guys that I think are impressive, right? And then there's him who, you know, would kind of make it in there as like the quippy, you know, new young gun that's out there. Which
What I'm asking, Joe, is would he be on council but not given the title of master, so he leaves the room
thank you.
pissed?
Hmm.
And you know, Obi-Wan, which maybe is somebody like Zeneca or Coco, or somebody's like, it's okay, ThreadGuy.
There'd be a lot of like
Who's the
there'd be like
council?
How many do we got on there? 9?
no, like 5, maybe something, maybe no 10. Let's go 10. Let's go 10. An even number, 10.
Okay. If Coco's not on the council, then
He's
I
not.
don't give a shit about the council at all.
He's not. I'm sorry. He's not on the council.
What do you mean he's not on the council?
No, he's
not.
definitely
He's not.
on.
He's not. There's
Wait,
10
like, dude, Coco's. Yes, he's on the council.
I'm sorry, but in this fantasy, I actually appoint the council.
Is Gary V on the council?
Gary V is the head of the
Wait a second. If Gary V is on the council, which I'm fine with, by the way,
Yeah.
if Gary V is on the council,
Gary V on the council. I'm so sorry to tell you that.
If Gary's on the council, Coco is on the council.
I'm so sorry, Coco is not on the council. We've had talks.
We're gonna fucking mutiny.
We're done talking about this.
There's been discussions. By the way, so there with him with ThreadGuy, he would be on the council, but there would be a lot of like, hey, please, the adults are talking right now. We'll get to you in a little while, sort of.
I think he represents well. I think he looks the part. He's a crypto guy. He behaves like we saw it at Breakpoint. I hope you guys saw, but like the strip club thing that was set up by Iggy Azalea, like he represents kind of the cultural part, not the techie part. But actually, I think he understands the tech decently well. I think he can speak on both parts, like the community silly degen side, but then also he can talk the part.
When it comes to crypto,
question.
Yeah.
Not shitting on ThreadGuy. I'm genuinely asking.
Yeah.
To be on the council, should you have had to build something? And I don't mean content. I mean like if you're on the council as a Jedi, you better have some sick form of lightsaber.
His Jedi Force revolves around spaces and interviewed videos and things like that.
Like commenting on the space is not the same as understanding.
We have
It
builders.
should be. It should be like you have different Jedi that probably specialize in their thing, and his specialty is the community side and getting the hype,
correct.
and that's a necessary part.
That's
okay,
correct.
let me back up a second.
That's correct.
You listen to Joe, Sunday Night Football. It used to be Al Michaels and who's the other guy? Chris Collinsworth. Yeah. Now Chris played, so I'll use Al Michaels. Al Michaels didn't play football, but he can comment on it, and you know that he knows the inner workings of it, right? He really understands it.
Sure.
To be on the council, you need to be at that level. And my question is ThreadGuy at that level?
It is the thing you have to understand the technical stuff, or is it the space? Like the community, we don't argue. I think the community is like as memeable as it is one of the most essential parts of the space. Like you have to have.
But I'm not asking if you know how to fill the stadium. I'm asking if you can comment on the game that's being played at a molecular level.
Now, okay, so here's the deal, okay? ThreadGuy is, first of all these guys that are going to be on this council are going to be legit. And using NFL commentators is tough because you think that they are worthy and all this stuff, but a lot of these people are just grandfathered in on their good names. And so as the NFT Web3 Council, we have to be smart about it, right? We are going to use good people. And so there's going to be builders, there's going to be people, but it's going to be well-rounded. There's going to be a Zach because he's kind of like the Batman investigative. He's not building, as far as I know, too much stuff. There's going to be, I don't even know if Jimmy would be the right one, but he's built and has knowledge about how blockchain and ETH works mostly. There's going to be like that type of vibe. This guy is just a guy that's probably not necessarily impressive to most people, but he has built a following to the point where it's almost like we have to let him in, unfortunately. If there was a different person, maybe we put that in there, you know what I mean? But I think that as of now, he is. And you can make an argument that he's almost been like the Faroks and the Rug Radios have been kind of like manufacturing a lot of his popularity. But
Farouk built something, and so like I could see a Farouk on the council. He has built Rug Radio. He's built an NFT project. I'm not looking for people on the council who can just parrot and give play-by-play of the space. Looking for people who understand. That's my council. Now, your council might be different.
He has
the Farouk over ThreadGuy. Farouk over ThreadGuy. That's what.
You know what, Henry? If I was the council appointee, we would definitely have that conversation, and I think that you would have a definite point to be made there, and I would listen to you as I always do. Many times you have really good points when you talk about the whole Trump Kamala thing. You don't always have good points, so I would listen to you and hopefully we would come to some sort of understanding. But we can't have a moment where you're just like education or
Can we play the clip real quick?
Sure.
Did you send it to me?
Yeah, in Discord.
Yeah.
By the way, witches are revealing. They announced the block. I don't know how far off that is. So just
Witches were yesterday's news. We are moving on to Trump. No, I'm kidding. I hope people that we know reveal rares for real. Okay, here we go. It's 2 minutes. So
all right,
here we go.
Okay. Yeah. Echo alert. Give me a heads up if you want me to pause it. If you want to like weigh in. If you want to comment. So
otherwise,
2 minutes. Enjoy. Oh, this fucking thing. Okay.
This seems so ridiculous.
How are you going to bring down the cost of food and groceries?
Good. Very good. Thank you. So we have to start always with energy. Always. I don't want to be boring about it, but there's no bigger subject. It covers everything. If you make donuts, if you make cars, whatever you make, energy is a big deal, and we're going to get that. It's my ambition to get your energy bill within 12 months down 50%. If I can do that, you've done a hell of a job. 5-0, not 15, 50. Interest rates are going to follow, and actually they're going to follow for another reason. The economy is now not good, and interest rates, you'll see they'll do the rate cut and all the political stuff tomorrow, I think. And, will he do a half a point? Will he do a quarter of a point? But the reason is because the economy is not good. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do it. But we're going to get interest rates down, and we got to work with our farmers. Our farmers are being decimated right now. They're being absolutely decimated. And, one of the reasons is we allow a lot of farm product into our country, and we're going to have to be a little bit like other countries. We're not going to allow so much we're going to let our farmers go to work.
We really would love to know what your plan is to help lower the cost of living.
Yeah, first of all, thank you both for being here. And yours is a story I hear around the country as I travel. And in terms of both rightly having the right to have aspirations and dreams and ambitions for your family, and working hard and finding that the American dream is, for this generation and so many recently, far more elusive than it's been. And we need to deal with that.
Maybe it's an unfair edit because maybe afterwards she goes into a long explanation of what she did.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, it sounds stupid. When I saw this like months ago, right? Like I thought that there was like a clip of her saying that stuff and blah blah blah. Even the fucking clip that like was like the unburdened by the burden of before. Like I looked up what they actually said, which actually makes sense. So like these fucking stupid edits and shit.
What
like
can be unburdened by what has been. That's like her tagline.
Which
I like
makes
the statement. I do like.
Do you know where that came? Do you know where that came from?
No, I just assumed it was political speech, but it makes sense what she said.
Well,
I like it.
She said it in multiple things, but what it's basically saying is when someone accomplishes something, if it's a woman or someone of color or whatever the case might be, that once they've accomplished that, the people going forward are no longer burdened by the thing that wasn't, that they no longer have to worry about breaking through that. So that was kind of what she was saying. I think she was talking about like her mother used to say it or something to that effect. Yeah. So clipping it and all that shit, whatever. It sounds stupid. It sounds dumb. Even in this clip with her, sounds stupid, sounds pandery or whatever. But in my opinion, like the Trump thing was equally as fucking dumb. Like we got to make sure the farmers are okay. Like, okay, like we've got to cut.
That sounds dumb to you?
Yeah, it sounds like anyone can say that. He could say, "We need to cut your energy bill by 100%." That was equally as he might as well have just said that. Like,
really? Okay,
yes.
Just comparing those two comments, you think his is equal to hers, or at least somewhat close.
Henry, here's my thought. After the Biden debate with Trump, I came on and said that guy doesn't deserve to be president. That guy's a fucking idiot. And he's like a tragedy that I saw that. After the Trump-Harris debate where they were talking about murdering and eating cats and dogs and stuff like that, which found out that it's not necessarily the case, you were standing up for that type of shit. Like, I feel as if I can have like when we're talking about these things, I think that there's a little bit too much
connected to these things that we're fighting for. I don't feel like fighting for any of those. So when he says we have to drop the energy bill by 50%, how is he going to do that? I can say that. How is he going to do it?
I don't know.
Exactly. So
I don't know. But
and how is he going to unburden the farmers?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if he says it.
I'm just saying,
but,
like, you can be like, listen,
but like she said nothing.
Absolutely, and I agree with that. It says gobbledygook. It's two people saying nothing in two different ways is my point. And so I'm like, okay, like whatever. And then on top of that, I don't know who posted that or cut it up, but like, who knows what the fuck she said after that? It doesn't really matter to me. All of it is just nonsense. So it doesn't really. I don't want to get behind any of that nonsense, to be honest with you. So that's kind of my feeling on it. It's just, like, I wouldn't say that, oh man, he sounded amazing in that. I would say he sounded like he always sounds, and she sounded extra spaced out and like not answering any real question by saying things that sounded like a professor or something like that, and it just sounded embarrassing. So
what's that Kevin Spacey president TV series? What was that called?
House of Cards.
House of Cards. She just feels like she belongs in something like that. And there's never anything real there. And I think the same with Trump. He wouldn't fit that. It's a different kind of nothing that he brings.
Yeah.
They're all silly. Can we get back to ThreadGuy?
Yeah.
Is there more?
Just a little more. Just a little. So, okay, we don't agree that was an interview.
No, I don't agree with it. It was a question.
Yeah. And so last I saw, and I think it was locked in, Polymarket counted that as an interview, and so people made a lot of money. Opens up a lot of questions about, I don't even know if anybody's asked this, but did he ask them ahead of time what'll qualify? And maybe that was even listed. Does one question count? But it's interesting that there's a lot of like fuckery involved with that kind of stuff, potentially.
Well, did you hear? I think I heard Farouk talking a little bit about this stuff, and he was like, listen, man, like, there's a little bit too much connective tissue here where if someone really wanted to kind of throw these things, it's probably going to be so. And, the crypto world is not the most reliably, straight and narrow. Yeah, ethical. Thank you. So I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
But
but if they didn't count it, think of the uproar people would have had. Like, you asked them a question, what qualifies as an interview?
Yeah.
Sit down in a room. Yeah.
The red carpet type of shit. Like, I do think that they're considered interviews.
Fair.
The people are walking by and they're like, can I ask you a question? I think those are considered interviews.
It's a fair point. Point to Joe.
Yep. Only other question he got was, I won't even play it, but just asking him I think it's spelled out here. We asked him what he thinks about crypto and if it's got a future. Like,
yeah,
that was the extent of questions there.
Look at that fucking group there, dude.
Oh man. Just
holy fuck! Look at that.
They're not all NFT people. I think too. It's a bit of.
Look at that.
Is that guy praying? Is he praying?
Yeah, it might be. Oh no, maybe they are all NFT.
He's got a question. He's raising his hand because he has a question.
Yeah.
He's like, "Whose mullet's cooler, mine, ThreadGuy's, or the guy in front of me?"
Hey, let's answer this question. Economy is in good shape now. No, it doesn't feel like it at all to me. It doesn't. It feels awful, like stressful, really bad.
Yeah, I think there's a disconnect between Wall Street and like Main Street.
Yeah.
So 401ks, etc. I think are doing decent. Do people have extra money in their pockets right now? Are people feeling confident? I think we're still a little bit off from that.
So yeah, and I agree with Henry. I think on this one, like, there's definitely like. Your 401ks, the stock market's never been higher. It's had all-time highs multiple times recently. Stocks are doing really well. And gas, I don't know. Gas doesn't seem like insane to me now, but like gas is high. Groceries are fucking insane. Like food is insane. And the real fuckery is, listening to a lot of people smarter than me, it does seem as if inflation seems like an excuse for big companies to raise the prices. There's not an actual, there's not necessarily an actual real reason why the gas or the groceries or the McDonald's are raising their prices 50%. It's a lot of times there's almost like an excuse
during tough times that businesses will gouge customers, and then they'll kind of see what happens. So I'm of the opinion that like the pandemic kind of had a lot of companies trying to gouge workers, gouge people with groceries and all these things with the excuse of not the excuse, but like chain, like the food lines and things like that. The chains are not easy and blah, 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 blah. So my opinion is that like the economy is not good for the average working class person. It's really good for the companies. And it's even better for during this time when people are not doing well, who's actually succeeding is the actual companies, because they're making record high profits on us paying double for all these things. And they try to push it as far as they can to see how long it takes for us to kind of buckle almost. So, yeah, I don't think it depends on what you mean by a good economy.
By the way, is the idea like where some people think it's like corporate price gouging? Is it similar to like the argument against tariffs? It's just if costs are up for businesses somewhere, it's not so much that they're jacking up prices to take advantage of people, but it's that they're passing on the costs. I'm curious. I don't know.
I think with tariffs, there's an actual built-in like, hey, there's this much of a percent of a tariff that goes on for the goods. So that actually translates to actual increases in stuff. I think a lot of times when we're going through like inflation issues, that companies take that upon themselves to price gouge in a way that doesn't necessarily reflect the actual reasons that they have to go up. Like there can be stuff where minimum wages go up and things like that, and so they have to raise prices. But I do think that right now companies use certain milestones within the economy and within the world sort of like news era to make record profits for stakeholders rather than people on Main Street.
Yep. Man, I still want to play this. I don't know how long the whole clip is. I watched this interview, though. It's awesome. Eric Weinstein. He's fucking great. Love that guy. Should we play a little of it or no?
I don't know what it is, but
it's him. It's his take on why Kamala's repeating this quote.
I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by.
Maybe not. It's good from what I remember. Again, he's a pretty reasonable dude, former Democrat. I think we can move on from the politics and stuff. It's honestly worth the watch, though, guys. It's worth the watch. It's a good interview, the whole thing, but that section too, which I can't remember ultimately.
What's the TLDR?
I can't remember. Well, let's play it, see if we can get right to it. But it's all about. Well, let's play it for a few.
What does that mean?
I don't know if I should say. There's a line in Marx where sometimes you hear certain phrases like a world to win. AOC uses the phrase, we have a world to win, which comes from the end of the Communist Manifesto, originally written in German. It was the name. I used to hang out in the Revolutionary Bookstore in Cambridge, Massachusetts with the communists because they print everything in every language. So if you're trying to learn multiple languages, they'll print the same text in all of these languages and you can compare. It basically says you have to wipe out what has been to arrive in the new.
And where's it from? What can be unburdened by what has been?
It's not a direct translation, but it occurs in Karl Marx. Now,
This speaks to Joe's point that sounds like he's taking it out of context of how she meant it. Even if it originated somewhere like the line, she is using it a different way than he's making it sound.
I don't even know. I don't know this guy, Eric Weinstein.
He's smart.
Is he?
Yeah. Terrence Howard's kind of smart.
Yeah, exactly. If you were to ask me if I was sitting down with this guy, if he was a fair person and balanced, I would fucking not think so. Him just saying that AOC was in the what did he say was in like German manifesto, like thinking that like kind of comparing her to some sort of German fucking manifesto seems fucking insane to me. And then him kind of going off on this seems also insane. So
I think you would like him. Just total side note, I think you would like him like one of the most reasonable guys I think out there.
That's fine.
Isn't he a math guy or am I crazy?
Yeah, he's
wasn't he the guy who was
physicist, I
helping
think?
Terrence? Yeah. No, he's
the guy that was
all jokes
helping-
aside. He's smart. He's a smart guy. He says big words that I don't know the. No, he is smart. I don't know about what he's saying in this, but he's a smart guy.
Like I said, it
Of course you
seems
wouldn't like
honestly, I don't know the guy. I don't know this fucking guy at all. I do not seem my bullshit meter goes off when I hear this first few sentences. That's all I'll say. I don't know anything about him. If he's a math guy, I don't know why he's talking about this fucking quote. I don't know what the fuck. What?
because he's read books maybe that referenced it.
Henry,
Just a
like I
smart
said,
guy.
I don't know why. Like you act as if I am like some fair, like
so
unfair
cynical.
person here.
You're just so cynical. You're like, my first reaction is, I don't think I'd like him.
Did this guy not just call AOC's quote, which I've never even heard her say, that it was like from some German manifesto and you translate it into German, and then he was just basically saying Kamala Harris was like it's in this Marxist thing. And he's hanging out.
What if that's totally accurate? What if what he said is because he usually deals in fact he's a pretty factual guy. That's kind of what
If that's
he
the
does.
case, that's fine. From how the fuck do I know? All I'm saying is my bullshit meter goes off, and I would hope Henry, Hudah, all the audience, I would hope that you guys would understand that I typically call it as I see it, and I try not to bullshit or be like, I'm a fucking left-leaning little bitch, and I'm fucking care about only the fucking left shit. Like I said, when Biden was like fucking bombing on the stage, I was like, fuck him. Do not run for president. You shouldn't be up there. You've got some sort of mental thing going on. That's what I'm saying. Like I will call it as I see it. And so I don't like when anyone tries to say like, oh dude, you're seeing this guy and this dude's smart and whatever. All I'm saying is I don't know what he is. My bullshit meter went off when I heard him basically say relating AOC to some Nazi shit and then Kamala Harris to some Marxist shit. It seems like there's a huge agenda going on with this guy. I don't know. That's just my meter going off.
If those things are factual, does it change your thoughts on anything?
Probably not.
How can it be factual? It's an opinion on some quote that he got. I mean,
it wasn't an opinion. He was stating where their quotes that they use, the exact quotes that they use,
he
where
said
they
that he didn't
originate
know
from.
if that was where that came from. He's saying
I don't remember if that was about Kamala or whichever. I'll look at it after. We can come back to this another time.
But listen, if it's true that AOC is into Nazi Germany type shit and Kamala's into Marxist stuff, yeah. What do you want me to? Would I like them to resign? Sure. Would I want?
Kamala's very into Marxist stuff. Isn't her father a Marxist?
Yeah. You tell me. Is he?
I'm pretty sure. I'll go 90.
What was he? He was a professor, right? I don't know where.
Yeah, we'll come back to this. We can dig into it.
Honestly,
Honestly, this is interesting.
You
This
talk about
video,
a bunch of crazy shit. You have no fucking idea, but we put out there that her dad is a Marxist professor. I don't
Father
know.
Donald Harris is a renowned Marxist economist from Jamaica who taught at Stanford University. But yeah, no, we should look into it.
Anyway, we'll come. I think this is a cool video. We'll do this later in the week, whatever. But let's hit some bullish bearish. Yeah, let's hit some bullish bearish. We're at that part.
Yeah.
This is not a bullish bearish per se. By the way, good chat. Anyways, fantasy meme coins on Fantasy Top. I don't know exactly how this works. Oh, engagement with their X accounts or something. This would get spicy, man, if you're talking like a Nero tokens X account and Mudeng and all that kind of stuff. That could get kind of spicy. I like it. We could skip bullish bearish on that unless you guys got any thoughts on it.
I don't know much about it, but I'll go bearish just because it seems boring.
Bearish. Okay. Henry, any thoughts
on what?
Nothing.
Ooh, what is that?
What?
What is that? Oh, sorry, I don't know what that picture was.
Oh well, we'll just move to that Grail sale. Like NFT sales down, but the Grails are moving at a pretty nice clip here. The generative, it's a Lost Robbie. Sold a few days ago, $500,000. Big sales.
Looks like a scab.
Have you seen those before? You know those.
I know the Lost Robbies, but maybe zoomed in, that one looks funky. They all look like that, though.
They all look like that. For the most, they mostly all look pretty darn similar. But first, on-chain AI art.
Nude AI.
Yep. Yeah, they're pretty special. Like again, not a lot of actual like kind of historic art on chain. This actually is. So $500,000. So Grail's moving. We saw a $700,000 X copy. This is just a couple days ago too, I think. A few days ago at this point, but we hadn't covered it yet. So 300 ETH sale. It's great shit, man. We're cooking. We're back. Bullish, bearish on that. Yes, agreed. All right. There's a new hockey team in Utah. Did you guys know this?
No.
All right, this will get us man, the copyright strikes are fucking brutal. I think I've had 2 in the past week where
weren't we sponsored by the NHL? We should have
we're
some
sponsored
sort
by
of,
the NHL. We're sponsored by them. 2 videos though, like completely taken off, like blocked because of copyright shit. You know the one with Donald Trump doing the chicken song? Do you remember that one like last week?
No.
Where he did the drumsticks Saturday Night Live's little song dance thing. Anyway, they blocked the video. Anyway, here is the new team in Utah. They're called the Utah. Fuck, I can't even remember. Here's their first ever goal. It's pretty great. Echo alert.
And now down to the corner for Kellerman. That got away from Dylan Gunther, and he's got to hurry up and get this puck. The net is empty.
Oh, I love it.
It trickles in.
Their first ever goal was on their own net.
It's a
pretty
great
awesome.
start.
It's pretty fucking great. I think they ended up winning the game. So
hopefully, it's like when a bird shits on you. It's like it's a good thing.
That's perfect, man. I like it. I like it. All right, in your own free time, check out the new Abstract commercial. It's awesome. It's fucking great. Really bullish on Abstract and Luca and whatever they're doing. Really bullish. Really great professional commercial. I picture that on TV, and I'm like, man, that's gonna. It just seems like the kind of thing you're gonna see on TV, like on a Super Bowl ad, or you know what I mean, like on the Super Bowl. It's good shit. Check that bad girl out. What else we got?
Oh man. Oh, Caitlin Clark.
Pacers. Caitlin Clark's first playoff game yesterday. They lost. They played horrible. She played horrible. Does this look intentional? She got poked in the eye. Not even a foul called, and you got people saying that this looked very fucking intentional. Do we like Jason? I like Jason Whitlock. Anyway, tell me if this looks intentional.
Yeah, that's an eye poke.
Ooh, ouch.
Like the coming with your fingers bent like that is something. But not, they didn't even call a foul. That's nuts. And she played like shit. She didn't start good, but she just continued to suck the entire game.
Did you write a strongly worded letter to the management?
I'm still drafting it. yeah. Better fucking believe it. Yeah. Okay. I think. Well, man, I got a couple others, but
dudes, have we not? Did you guys hear about? Are we not just like enthralled with P Diddy? I mean,
oh man, yeah. What do we say?
Oh, we
about
didn't even
that?
get to talk P Diddy. Jeez, I feel like that's a whole episode.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I wanted to talk about.
I know.
Today.
Why don't we just make that tomorrow's episode the whole episode?
Yeah.
P Diddy. I just don't know what we can say yet.
I mean, I think we can say everything and anything. We can make up shit. We can create lies. I mean, why not? I mean, Jesus Christ, fuck.
Yep. I just hope it comes out. I think most people that like whatever happened to Bieber, it's pretty fucking obvious that kid got by a lot of people. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, what to say about it? It's fucked up. Does he get Epsteined?
What does that mean? Does he get killed?
Yeah.
Or does he commit suicide? He was on suicide watch, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, they put him on suicide watch.
He was on murder watch.
Yeah.
What's fascinating to me about this whole thing is that he was turning out like all these like rappers and like kind of like all these different types of like people within our past, like Usher, Bieber, Meek Mill, like there's all these guys that like, it's just fascinating to kind of see. And why the fuck can't people just be gay, into fucking banging hardcore, love sex, and then just like be cool with it? Like, why does it got to be this fucking crazy, like dark fucking parties and like videotaping and like scandalous ass shit? Like, it's fucking unbelievable. Like, wouldn't life just be easier if we just lived it like normal, like freaks? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like,
That's some people's normal freak, I think. You know what? When you have that much money and there's nobody ever says no.
Yeah.
There's nothing that gets you off anymore. Like, nothing's exciting. There's no thrills. What do? You push the envelope, and you got to push into territory that people would probably normally say no.
It's about power. It's about that power. But it's crazy. My theory is everyone that succeeds on a high level has got some sort of like narcissistic, really sociopathic type of shit going on with them. And so like the things that make them kind of get to that highest level also are the things that make them really fucked up individuals that have crazy sorts of habits or, weird shit in their lives that is just not fucking cool. Like the Harvey Weinsteins and blah, 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 blah. It's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
And the thing that's driving me crazy is that like a lot of the successful entertainment and movies and like all this shit, like even like I was seeing that like the comedians that we think are like these like blue collar dudes, are like their fathers were like these really high paid, really well to do, great upbringing guys that now kind of like pass themselves off as like fucking salt of the earth, blue collar dudes. You know what I mean? And they're like the furthest thing from it. So it's like just all this facade, I hate it.
How wide reaching do you think the thing becomes? Like we saw like Usher deleted X account or deleted all his tweets. Pink did the same. Megan Fox or something. There's a whole bunch of them like that.
Yep.
And they're saying like
but
Usher's account was hacked.
Yeah. Usher said he was hacked. I think Pink deleted her shit back in February.
Mm-hmm.
Or something. Like I think if you dig into those, it may not be 100% like everybody just mass deleted. Like I think Megan Fox had never really posted anything on Twitter, according to something that I read. So I think then Usher said he was hacked. I mean, I bet it's far reaching. I bet it's really far reaching.
It's got to be far reaching because how the fuck does someone get away with this for decades, bro? Like for so long.
Look at Epstein. He was in prison or jail, and they were like letting him like work there. They were letting him out for 15 hours a day. I mean,
it happens like this too. It happens like that. Like they do decades worth of the most evil stuff in the world, and then all of a sudden the Harvey Weinsteins. It makes me even more upset. Like what sparks that?
Did I say Harvey? I meant Jeff Epstein.
No, you said Epstein.
Okay.
You said Epstein. I said Harvey. But yeah, I mean, like it's some crazy shit, man.
Well,
like,
you see, Cat Williams was calling this shit a while ago, dude.
And on top of that, like if you follow Cat Williams, he did have a fall from grace where he was like, he looked all fucked up. I remember he was in a fight with like a 12-year-old kid, and the kid beat him up.
Yeah.
Like it was just like you were like, this guy is a disaster, and like, but is that intentional to make someone that does not want to like fall in line with the evil crap in the entertainment business? Let's make them look like the real crazy people, so we can continue to get away with the stuff that we're getting away with. You know what I mean? Like that's really fascinating to me. And if you look back on all this stuff, it's just like, wow, dude, like it's some wild shit.
Yeah, it is wild. I gotta go. Bills play. I gotta get home. There's gonna be traffic. Monday Night Football, baby.
Dude, I never got wings the other day when last Monday when I was hoping to do it. Maybe I got to do that tonight. But wings, pizza, all that good shit. Henry, enjoy the game. Guys, good chat, honestly.
See you tomorrow.
Good chat, good show. Guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time right here. We'll see you on the afternoon show. Fam, have a great night.
See you on the other side.
Hang on, let me get to the little splash screen thing. Hang on. Can you do a little song, Joe? Like
do you want our theme song, or do you want something just regular?
Something else, just off the top.
Yeah. Like, we're gonna do a song, but we need a couple minutes. Take that. Yo.
We're the non-fungible ETH, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's all everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the seas were wild and free.
Oh my god, that's hilarious, man. Look at that.
What are you looking at? The girl looking
The
at?
fucking the tweet's gold. Guy on the right takes pic of ThreadGuy instead of the former president, then gets his girl still right in front of his face. The look on her face. Oh man. Oh man.
Man,
she's gone.
He looks 40 in that picture now.
ThreadGuy?
Yeah, he looks so old in that fucking picture.
Fucking hilarious.
Oh my god, dude.
Good shit. Good
Yeah.
shit. I dig
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
What do you got going on tonight?
Just hanging out with the family, I think. Dude.
Nice.
I had to give my son a Heimlich maneuver.
No shit.
Yeah.
Why?
He was eating a cucumber the other day, and I was like in the kitchen, and he was in the living room with mom, and he was like, I can't breathe. He told my wife he couldn't breathe. Which, I mean, if he can say that, I guess that's pretty good when it comes to choking.
Yeah.
So I fucking ran out, gave him a Heimlich, took like 3, 4, 5 times, popped out, big piece of unchewed cucumber.
Scary, dude.
He freaked out. You know, he's like, I'm never eating again. Da, 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 da.
Oh, man.
It was brutal, man. It was fucking.
That stuff fucks with you too.
What'd you say?
That fucks with you too, kid. Like, again, like not wanting to eat.
And he was talking to me. He was like, what happens if you weren't there? What happened? We were like, what happens if I'm
How
at
old is he?
school? He's 5.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah. He was like, you know, and he had a point. He was like, what happens if I'm at school? I'm like, oh, well, but he wants to talk about death. You know what I mean? Like he wants to talk about like death. And I'm like, I don't want my son to like, me and my wife were talking about today. She was like, we can't like avoid the conversations what he wants to know. And I was like, I don't want him to be introduced to that until he has to. Like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't talk, like she can say whatever she wants, you know what I mean? But like, cause she was like, he was asking me, what happens if you weren't there? And I was like, well, I'm always going to be there. And he's like, well, what happens if I was at school? And I was like, well, your teachers are trained to do that. What happens if you didn't get it out? Well, the fire department, you know, like, and my wife, I don't know. She was like trying to say like, oh, you know, we can't avoid talking about it. And all I was doing was like, I'm trying to be positive. I'm going to protect him as much as I can. You know what I mean? Like, but like I had trauma in my life with my parents passing away. No, like nothing crazy. There's obviously people like, but my mom passed away when I was in my 20s, my early 20s, you know, just, and so once that happens, you kind of like, you're different a little bit. Like you're just aware of death a lot more, that it can happen. And it's like this fucking thing. And it's like, I don't want my family to have to worry about any of that until they have to worry about it. You know, I want to like shelter them as long as possible.
It hits different when it's your kid, doesn't it? Like, because you know what it feels like, and you feel so fucking awful that they're feeling it. It's different. Everything is like magnified when it's your kid. It's like it's. Ugh.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, man. Did you? Was it like when he's that age? Do you hit him on the back, or is it like a normal Heimlich?
So I kind of went into like, I kind of lost it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like I said, she said in my head, like she said something. I think I understood there was an issue. So I started to run out, and then she said it again, like, he's choking. You got to get out here, blah, blah, blah. And I started like ran. And she said she had the baby. She had another baby on her lap. And so she just picked him up and moved him in front so I could grab him. Yeah. She said by the time I did that, I was there. So like, I was worried that it took me a minute to like kind of get there, but I was there. And then I think
were in fucking bullet time.
Yeah. And then I almost fell, but I think I hit him on his back a couple times, and then I was like, okay. And I started to Heimlich, and then I was like, I hope I don't like hurt his ribs because he's small.
Yeah.
So I kept on, and I was like, but like, I'm having these thoughts, like, but they're not conscious. And like I just wasn't like, I know kind of how to do it, but how do you hold your hands? You know what I mean? Like you kind of, and then you go in and up. And so it's scary now to be like, oh, did I do it right? I mean, it worked. So we did it right, but like, you know, it just was like, I don't know. It just freaks you out. I wasn't completely conscious during it the entire time, but
when was this? What day?
2 days ago, maybe.
2 days. Wow. So over the weekend, Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, with kids now, they get over stuff quick. So hopefully a couple more days, and it's not even in his head anymore. But God,
no,
damn, dude,
it was out of his head today. He was like,
he was totally fine.
Get one of those fucking suction things they got now.
I heard that they're not good for you, whatever. But
really?
Yeah, and then thanks, Lemon. I mean, someone, like even when the doctor was like, "Oh, you saved his life," and my wife was like, "Oh, like Daddy, whatever," and I was like, and I'm not sure I did. You know what I mean? Like
superhero.
He was coughing too, so he may have like helped it come out and stuff like that. And but it's not cool, man. It's not cool,
dude. Wild. Glad he's okay. Hope you get over that sooner rather than later too. Like that shit.
I'm already done. My mission at this point is to protect my family as long as it takes in my world. You know what I mean? Like while they're with me and da da da. I mean, I wish it wasn't like as a dad, you're kind of like, I think as a dad, there is something to you to be like, I'm gonna protect and I'm gonna fucking be this dude. And like there is that, but like you don't want to. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to have that happen, so I have to like do something like that. You know what I mean? It's just like I want there to be smooth sailing, no drama, nothing like that. But like I guess that's my life has not been filled with that. My life has been filled with challenge and like all that sort of stuff. So it's like, whatever, I guess that's the way that it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the shit that makes you appreciate when things are just normal. And it puts everything else into perspective.
Did you ever
things
choke?
are shitty.
Did you ever choke on stuff?
Yeah, I don't think I ever had something like that where I needed help, but yeah, I actually almost drowned once. I remember it really fucking clearly, like being at the bottom of a pool, and I remember like not even being scared, but looking up and not knowing what to do, and I just inhaled. I just remember that, like,
How old were you?
Little. I was, I think 3 or 4 or 5, somewhere in that range.
Did you fall in the pool? Like what happened?
I jumped in. I jumped in, and I had the little floaties on my arm.
Yeah.
And I was too young. I didn't know how to swim, but I just saw the water. I remember it. Like, it's funny. I blocked this out. I didn't even remember this happening until a few years back. I never thought about it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it just like came back. I'm like, holy fuck. But yeah, jumped in, and like the way I jumped in, it just pulled the floaties right off my arms.
Oh,
and
shit.
I went right. And I just again, I remember looking up and just going.
And what happened? Who saved you? Henry?
I was visiting my aunt and uncle like out in Colorado or some shit. It was just me alone with them. Like I didn't go with my family. And I remember they got me out and did whatever.
Oh, wow, man. My wife was like, after 4 minutes, you could like have brain issues and stuff like that. So I was like, oh fuck. I mean, by the time I got the cucumber out, like she tried to call the 911, but like by the time they even got on the phone, it was out. So we were like, okay, cool. Yeah. But yeah, it's like I was on a podcast like back in the day with a buddy of mine that I did improv with, talking about like kids, and there's so many fucking stories about like kids and like life near life and death experience type shit, like when you're getting really really close. And it's just like, oh man, like there's almost like in my head, like I said, I expect a lot of bad stuff, so it's like you see all that, and it's like it's this numbers game. Like eventually something is going to happen to somebody. You're just like, oh man, you know what I mean? Like,
do you have like a countdown like this? You're like, okay, it's been 3 years since something traumatic, so something's going to happen in the next year or two. Something crazy's coming.
No, you know what my wife asked me today? This I don't know if this relates, but she was like, "Do you think you got a little OCD?" And I was like, "I have a little OCD. Like, whenever I'm using the microwave." I have to have it out. I have to end it at 3, 5, or an 8 because 3 plus 5 is 8, or like some variation of that. Like if it's not on that, like if it's a 9, I'll be like, fuck. It's 3 threes. I'll be like, okay. When I used to smoke cigarettes, I'd be like, I'd always smoke 3 and then I'd put it out. Like I've got like little things like that, but like I can not do it. You know what I mean? Like I can not do it and not freak out. But
feels better to do it though.
There's almost like a benefit, like, oh, maybe good things will happen to me. My life will have a more lucky breakdown. Although my luck has not been the greatest, other than having an amazing family and amazing friends and people that watch our show and stuff like that. But like in general, it's like, it hasn't really worked all that much for me.
It hasn't worked.
I mean, there's people that have had really rough lives. My life, awesome.
You got to pick different numbers, maybe.
Maybe. Well, you know what's funny about that? This is actually kind of funny. When I grew up, I thought I was born at 3:33 in the morning, and that's why it was always 3, and it would be like 3 and 6 and blah blah blah. That would be my thing. And then when I was in my 20s, I think, or even my 30s, my sister was like, you were born at 3:35 in the morning, and I was born at 3:33 in the morning. And I was like, what? Are you fucking trying to tell me that I wasted 30 years of my life doing these OCD things with the wrong numbers because I thought that was why I was using it. So
That's
now
amazing.
it used to be 3s. Now it's 3 and 5s because it's 335. That's why I got that sort of thing.
All fucked up, man. That's funny.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's funny.
I better get going.
Have a good night, man. You're a superhero. For real,
There
that's
you go.
cool. Not cool. Cool, though. You know what I mean.
Yeah. It's all
Have a
good.
good night, man.
Later.
See ya.